Hello, wanted to do a quick little video update since it's been a little while since I've posted anything here and wanted to show what I've been up to. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll notice quite a change here. Previously, what I was focusing on was invoicing, purely invoicing. I wanted to make it really easy for freelancers to get their invoices out and get paid. And I still believe in that. I still want to focus on that, but I'm actually going to expand quite a bit. I made this decision kind of over the weekend or going into the weekend as I was thinking about what really differentiates me from other options out there. And I think it needs to be more than just focus on freelancers for just invoicing, because there's a lot of options out there already, and some of them are okay, some of them are great. I need some way to really differentiate myself, a reason for people to use me and my product versus something else. And so when I was giving that some thought, I realized, and I was reading through some of the feedback that I've seen online and in some of the communities I'm in. One of the things that a lot of freelancers complain about is that they have to switch back and forth between a bunch of different apps to do the different parts of their business. So proposals are in one app, time tracking might be in another. If they're lucky, it's time tracking and invoicing together. But everybody has their favorite invoicing app, and there's all these different things. And there, of course, there's interacting with the client. How do you send them the information? Where do they view it? All that kind of stuff it's different depending on which app they use. And so what I decided to do was actually expand the scope of what I'm building and build one place for freelancers to go to get all of their work done, and one place for their clients to go to see the proposals, invoices, payments, progress, all of that. And so what I've changed now to is what I'm calling FreelanceSugar, because who doesn't love sugar, right? So this is a new name, new brand. This is what I'm going with going forward. Previously, it was called Acorn Invoice, just a fun name, but now I'm focusing exclusively on freelancers. Before, I wanted to start with freelancers, but what I realized was I really like working with freelancers. I've been one for many, many years. They're the people that I want to serve. Instead of going where I start with freelancers and then maybe I expand to teams or something like that, I'm going to double down on freelancers. I'm going to start with freelancers and I'm going to continue to serve them and find new ways to serve them within FreelanceSugar. So to start out, you can see all of the features that I'm going to launch with, which is very ambitious if you go to freelancesugar.com. So what I did going into this weekend was I decided, okay, if this is what I'm going to differentiate myself with, there's a certain number of things that I've got to have from the beginning, kind of table stakes, in order to claim that this is everything that you need to launch a freelance business. And so I put together this landing page, and it provides an opportunity for anyone that comes here to reserve their client portal URL. So every customer is going to get a client portal for free that they can brand with their own logo, colors, and all that sort of stuff. So they don't know that it's associated with FreelanceSugar. It's just a client portal to the client. And in order to reserve your unique name, clientportal.to/ whatever, your business name, you can come here, you can enter your business name. So if my name were Acme, whoops, first let me spell that right, I could reserve that. And if I click on any of these OAuth buttons here, it'll take me to that site where I can just verify that I have that account, and it'll send me in the back end their email address. And that puts them on the list, reserves their name. Or if they don't want to go through any of these options, they can just provide their email address. I'll send them an email to confirm that they're not a bot or spammer or something like that. And once they confirm, it's reserved. So you can come on here early to do that. You can also see what the options are that I'm going to start with. And one other thing that I put together to help me make sure that what I'm building is not just a copycat thing and that it's actually raising the bar or making a difference compared to some of the other options is this comparison page. So you can see here all of the options that I offer. Some of the other things out here, Bonsai, Anco, they're decent, they're okay, but they still, I believe, are missing some things. But here's the interesting thing. I actually think that my main competitor is Excel and spreadsheets, because when I was freelancing, that's usually where I went to first. If I wanted to put together a quick invoice, I just had an Excel spreadsheet or Excel template that I would use to put those together. And it was not great looking. There's no way to pay online, but it was free and it was quick and it was familiar. So that's actually who I think is the biggest competitor. But there's the others listed here as well that I think that I am competing against. And then you can kind of see what I offer and what they offer. So if you go to freelancesugar.com, you enter your details here. Let me do Acme again. I'll go ahead and reserve this for myself. Let me see here. Who do I want? I'll auth through Twitter. It just asks if I want to authorize this app to get my email address, and boom. Now I have clientportal.to/Acme reserved. The interesting experiment as well is that I'm offering 2 months free if anybody provides their first month of payment for Freelance Sugar up front. And so this is another way to kind of gauge interest and see if people are just curious or if they're really interested in what I have to offer and are really looking forward to it. So I encourage you to go here, sign up. I won't spam you. But if you want to follow along, this is a good way to get on the list, and you'll get all the notifications when we launch and updates and things like that. And so this is what I've been up to. Now, this was put together kind of as a separate app. It's running on Heroku. It's a Rails app with Postgres as the backend database. Really simple. And it's collecting email addresses for the people that are interested in following along. And so this is running separately. That way I don't have to worry about accidentally breaking it while I'm working on my main app. And then in the end, I'll kind of merge them together. So that's the update for today. I think it's pretty interesting. I'm super excited. I hope that you do give it a shot, and let me know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions.